So hello everyone. So as you all know that today is a World Heart Day and this is a very important day for each one of us. So we are creating a awareness program for you all and this is from the experts panel. So we have Dr. Shambaji with us from Maharashtra. We have Dr. Nidhi with us from Ludhiana and we have our nutritionist Alifia with us from Mumbai. Okay, so today we will be sharing with you some very important things that we all should be taking a good care of. So let's hear it one by one from our panelists. Dr. Shambaji, what are your views on the preventive health and how people should be taking a better care of their health?
Good evening to all. The heart diseases in India are quite rising in these days, especially what we are seeing in young people. They are having increasing trend of heart diseases, especially myocardial infarction. There are too much incidences which are reported in news, but there are too many incidences which go under the scanner. These incidences which leads to heart disease in early days, like patient we have right now we have patients coming with heart diseases uh, within 30s, also 30 to the majority age group is in 30 to 40 years of age group. uh, these patients present mainly with hypertension. Majority of heart diseases in India, they are complication of either a heart disease, either hypertension or faulty lifestyle practices, faulty nutritional choices that we say. The major group which I would consider them to be having is that either they go for a wrong nutrition or wrong therapy, or they having their lifestyle which is very much not in tune with their body. So these are major causes which lead to early rise in heart diseases in India. Uh, so the factors which will be affecting them. Uh, See, more or less, many a disease don't go for morbidity. They don't
Yes.
go for morbidity, but they increases mortality, and they reduce the lifespan and effective lifespan of patient. Even if patient survive, but he cannot live a healthy life beyond that point. So that is very important to have protect our uh, heart in this situations. So our choices would be to have a good nutrition, good healthy practices. Also, the genetics plays an important role in heart diseases, especially hypertension and lipid disorders. These are very too much major cause which lead to myocardial infarction in early ages. Especially in early ages, the
Mhm.
genetic cause is very much predominant. So to have it diagnosed in early age, and to have it, prevent it from early stages, it is very important. For that, we have to know our genetics, we have to know our body.
Yes, it's very important points shared by Shambaji here, and as we all know, rightly mentioned by Dr. Shambaji here, a lot of Indians are having the hypertension, and again, the genetic factor is also playing the role, and nutrition factor again impacting so much. So let's hear from our nutritionist Alifia. So, Alifia, what you want to share with our audience about the preventive health and what role the nutrition is playing on the heart health of a people?
So most probably the main factor now is the diet that young people are following, the fat diets, then the fat exercises that is growing up. like it is, in boom, like fat, the diet and exercises. Everyone just want to get healthy at the expense of, their health. So they just don't want to see like what they are having, what is going on in their body. Instead, they just want to stay fit. They just want to load up on proteins. And then some people are on this end and other are on the far extreme, like they are on the sugary diet, the American, the westernized diet, on unhealthy fat. So not doing regular checkups like the lipid profile, then genetics again, if the parents or their offspring, like if they are suffering from lipid profile like disorder, hyperlipidemia. So if there is a discrepancies in the lipid profile, again that leads to the buildup of plaque, arteriosclerosis, and all the heart problem. And nowadays we are seeing like even young people are passing away from heart attack, and even they are fit then too, but they are not sure like what exercise they are doing. So if they are going in for a genetic screening, they would know that what is important for their particular body. It is tailor made for their body, like okay, this diet is good for you, or this diet won't be good for you, this exercise would be beneficial for you in the long run. Or they would, if they're going for genetic screening at an early age, they would know that okay, my parents had, so I am also at risk. So certain foods, certain nutritional supplements they can take, like from food, nutritional diet changes they can make it at an early age, so they can prevent most of the a dangerous outcome of the heart problem. Like mostly it is fatal. Most of the heart problem, if it is a silent killer, most
Yeah.
heart diseases are a silent killer. So if it is not caught in an early stage, so it is like on the long run. Like nowadays I have seen like many of my patients who have gone through COVID, like they have a very different lipid profile. So I have seen like most of the tests are coming, some are having hypolipidemia, so again that is dangerous. So some are having hyperlipidemia. So they are, it is a, even though they are thin, they are underweight, then too they are facing these lipid problems. And many of on unhealthy diet also, they are facing cholesterol problems. So when I asked, they had the parents are already facing the cholesterol problem. So it is a holistic approach again.
Yeah.
You cannot
Mhm.
single out again only the heart. So it goes like diabetes, is there hypertension, cholesterol, your liver, how your liver is functioning, how is your alcohol intake, how is your the smoking, everything, the lifestyle modification. So it is again your sleep patterns, your again how is your exercise, how long you are sitting for a whole day, your job, occupation matters. So
Yeah.
it is again whole cycles. So again, only the diet we cannot blame. So it is a whole range of factors that go into the final outcome, that is your heart attack or stroke or
Mhm.
whatever, arteriosclerosis,
Yeah.
whatever heart problem, hypertension that
Mhm.
finally happens.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so very well mentioned by Alifia here. The only thing is, most of the people are unaware today,
Yeah.
right? What they are missing. This is a very big gap in the society in today's time. Even the healthy-looking people, health-conscious people are also unaware. That is why we are losing the healthy people also,
Yes.
right? So very well mentioned by Alifia here. So we will directly go to Dr. Nidhi here and hear her views on the preventive health, the heart health. Dr. Nidhi, what are your views? Yeah, please.
Yeah, well, I agree with Shambhaji and Althea both. The it's not the one cause which is leading to the heart disease. So there are multiple factors and various conditions that affect our heart. Okay, whether it's hypertension, whether it's diet, whether it's the cholesterol levels, or the genetic factors, or rather it's the environmental factors. So
Mhm.
all this lead to the heart diseases. Not a single factor is the big culprit. So it's a vicious cycle which goes on. Okay? Once
Mhm.
you don't focus on the diet or you are genetically more prone to it, then definitely you will lead to the serious heart diseases. So it's very much true. And another thing I do agree with somebody is that earlier there is a trend that we see the hypertension and the heart disease most commonly after the 40s and 50s. But now in nowadays we can even see that in the age of 30s, the person they are suffering from the hypertension, and even in the young generation also, before 30s also, I have seen so many cases. They're suffering from the hypertension, and if they even don't know, they just have the common symptom like headache, and then when we rule out, then the genetic factors and their dietary patterns and their sedentary lifestyles, they all come together to lead to the hypertension. So
Right.
if we see the various statistics data, so according to that, after every, it causes one out of the every fourth death in the USA.
Mhm.
So, and the expenditure that is also, it is projected in 2035. It is almost projected that it will cost $1.5 trillion. So we can just imagine the how much the burden, economic burden is going to lead on the earlier the detection, earlier easily the cure, and less will be the economic burden both on the government and the person. These things I
Yes.
want to say. And second, according to the American Association or Indian Institute of Health, the latest updates about from them on on the various health factors and the various health behaviors which leads to the hypertension. It includes the health behaviors include the smoking, sedentary lifestyle, diet, and the overweight, obesity. So you have to control your BMI also. And the various health factors include into the cholesterol levels, BP levels, and the glucose levels. And the one thing I also want to mention, like Alfia said, the fat diet. The young generation is going for the, like they say, like e-cigarettes and hookahs, like like these type of things are not harmful to them, but it's also one fad. The e-cigarettes, hookahs, they are equally harmful as that is the flavored hookahs. They're equally harmful as is the tobacco and the other things like the drinks and the tobaccos. They are harmful, and equally e-cigarettes and hookahs are harmful for us. So the only with awareness we can change their and with the lifestyle we can aware them about these things so that they can be able to maintain a good health.
Yes. Very important points mentioned by Dr. Nidhi here, and it's a need of the hour for each one of us that we must know what is right for us, because it is our health. Ultimately, if we are not taking the informed choices, then who will? Okay, so we are sharing with you just few slides here, and this talks about the preventive heart health. So here are these slides, and you can see it clearly here. These slides talk about hypercholesteremia. So here we are sharing with you some very important facts about the preventive health, and this talk about the genetics. As Dr. Shambaji, Dr. Nidhi, and Alifia has already shared with you that how genetics is influencing along with the wrong lifestyle factor that people are following. So this talks about hypercholesteremia, and this is a genetic disorder due to which the cholesterol rises 2 to 4 times higher. Now, it is very important to know if someone is having this genetic disorder or not. Because in India, 1 crore people suffer from this genetic disorder every year. And if they maintain a simple lifestyle modifications, then they can prevent so much. Right? And here you can see the homocysteine. This is again a very huge factor here. And so I would like to have views of Dr. Shambaji here. So because this is clearly mentioned here that it is a genetic factor. So once people would be knowing this beforehand, they can save so much, right? So Shambaji, what are your thoughts on this? That why should people be going for these checkups before earlier? How
Uh,
would yeah?
See, heart diseases in India, especially, they are dynamic right now. They are not age related right now. They are happening to anyone at any age group. So we have to go for, we have to completely see what is our body required and what our body have genetic makeups have, what hidden diseases we have, what that vitamin deficiencies we have, what genetic makeup we have, and what disease we are prone to. It is very required right now nowadays. Like earlier we have talked about how hypercholesteremia is affecting millions of lives.
Yes.
Same like that, homocysteine also plays an important role. And these two conditions and all these conditions are leading to heart diseases, even in early ages, early age group. So it required to be tested before we have any visible effect on our health.
Yes, you've read this. Yes, this is very, very important. And as you have already heard it from Dr. Shambaji, that once people are going through these 20 biohacks, 20 tests beforehand, they can prevent so much. As you can clearly see that it is mentioned, this is a genetic disorder. And along with that, people are missing the vitamin deficiencies, which is very, very important, right? Homocysteine is increasing due to the deficiencies of B12, B6, B9 that people are carrying. So it's very important for each one of us to understand. And you can clearly see on the screen that this is a study from one of the leading institution, and that they're saying that this much population is carrying the genetic variants, which are putting them at a risk. So Dr. Nidhi, what you will say to the audience, that why should they become more disciplined towards their health? Why they should become more disciplined to the vitamins they are taking? What you would say to the audience, Dr. Nidhi?
All know that the prevention is better than cure. So better, so we are how much earlier we get it's better कि we will lead a healthy life.
Yes.
To lead a healthy life, awareness is very, very important. And we have also, main stress is also like on lifestyle, and also on the, like Shambaji told, we don't know what is hidden in our body. So what is the genetic profile, and the genetic makeup is also important. As we have seen that it earlier said that it run in our family. So like diabetes, cardiovascular, in this heredity do play its role.
Yes.
So we should, along with the lifestyle, people are now, there is a lot of awareness in, nowadays in the people about the lifestyle, and they're changing their lifestyle, their eating patterns, and they're focusing on the physical exercise also. But along with that, they are also aware of what their genetic makeup and what they are hereditary they are carrying from their family. So they also be aware about of that.
Yes, yes, very, very important for each one of us to understand what we are at a genetic level. Because if we know it earlier, we can do so much for our health, whether it's based on the nutrition, whether it's based on the lifestyle, which we must be following with 100% discipline and commitment, right? And you can clearly see it here that all these things are preventable once people know what they are up to and they are adopting the right lifestyles. So here we will also share with you some reports on the nutrition aspect itself, because nutrition is very, very important, and it is very important for each one of us to understand what Indians are missing at a genetic level. So this was a study done by the scientists from the Hyderabad, and this study found approximately 52% of the healthy looking urban Indians are carrying the vitamin deficiencies. Now, this is very, very important. Who are carrying this deficiency? Healthy looking urban Indian. And you can clearly see it here. What are these deficiencies? Vitamin B2 in a long run is causing so much to the people. You can clearly see it here. It is nerve related diseases, anemia, heart diseases. B6 deficiency. People are suffering from the failure of heart brain function, and even they are suffering from the cancer and depression and heart involvement also. So this is very important for each one of us to understand what we are missing at a genetic level. And this study clearly mentioned approximately 52% of these participants were having the deficiencies, healthy looking urban Indians. And age, environment, genetics, poor absorption, and nutritional disorders. So friends, knowing your genetic is very, very important. And you can correlate here. This is the homocysteine, which we recently shared with you. What is happening here? People are having genetic predisposition to homocysteine, plus they are also having these deficiencies. You can clearly correlate when they are not overcoming their deficiencies, what is happening to them. That is why in India there are a lot of cases of the cardiovascular diseases. So friends, it's a very, very high time that each one of us should be making an informed choice, because it is about our health. No one can help us rather than just ourselves, right? So this was all from our end, and we would like to thank you to have attend this program. And we would like to thank our panelists, Dr. Shambaji, Alifia, and Dr. Nidhi for joining this program. And we look forward to save a lot of human lives. And as you know that this is a mission from VRoots, and we are working on epigenetics. So if you want to know more about this, you can feel free to reach out anytime. So thank you so much. And we would have one words from each one of our panelists. Dr. Shambaji, one word.
Take care of your heart. It is an important thing.
Dr. Nidhi here. One word that you want to share with the audience on the word, on
Well,
the
I
World
will
Heart
say
Day.
only stay aware, stay fit.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts? One word for the audience.
Hello. Like you should be getting regular health checkups, like blood tests, lipid profile, ECGs on a regular basis, and you should have a good fiber-rich diet with whole grains as your important proteins, the vitamin minerals like fruit, vegetables, healthy form of fiber through your diet, and minimal level of exercise, not straining too much, like going in for very strenuous exercises and stuff like that. So
Okay.
if we would take the rope of our life in our hand, we could steer it in a good direction.
Yes.
As